Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Francis. Today we shall be looking at some of the past questions in basic science and technology for the National Common Entrance Examination. But before we continue, I need you to help click the subscription button so that you can get more content like this on our YouTube channel. Now we begin. Question 1. Which of the following is a source of heat energy? A. Mirror, B. Candle, C. Glass, and D. Chalk. Heat energy. The correct answer is B. Only candle can give heat energy from these options. Number 2. The sun is a natural source of dash. A. Sound, B. Light and heat, C. Water, D. Electricity. The correct option is light and heat. Light and heat. Number 3. Which tool is to measure temperature? Which tool is used to measure temperature? A. Speedometer. Speedometer will only measure speed. Thermometer, barometer, hydrometer. The correct answer is thermometer, B. Question 4 says, the process where water turns to vapor is called A. Freezing. Freezing is simply a situation where liquid condenses to solid. That is, liquid condenses to solid. That is, water to ice. This is solid. Then evaporation, a situation where water, this is water, is heated. Heat is applied here through the sunlight and then condenses to the what? Forms cloud here. Water hangs on the surface here through heating. It condenses here. It turns to gas. You can see water move from liquid here to gaseous state until it condenses to form a cloud here. Then melting. Melting is simply the situation where solid returns back to liquid. And you see, solid, that is ice, returns back to liquid, which is water. Question 5. Question 5 says, which of these is a solid material? We have 3 states of matter: liquid, solid, and gas. Which one is solid material? Solid material has the characteristics of having a regular shape. They are dense, and their molecules are at a mean position. So let's look which of them fit into these characteristics. Petrol is liquid. Iron is fixed. Water is liquid, it moves. Oxygen is gas. So the only option that fits this answer is B, iron. Question 6. Which part of the plant carries out photosynthesis? Photosynthesis is simply the manufacture of sugar through the combination of sunlight, water, carbon dioxide, and so on and so forth. So which of them? A, roots. Roots is not exposed to sunlight. Neither is it having any characteristics of green nature. So it's not. Leaf. The leaf is the green part of the plant. Flower no, does not have the green structure. Stem. Yes, stem. Often some have green, but it doesn't carry out photosynthesis. So the only part that recognizes that it helps to carry out photosynthesis is B, which is the leaf. The leaf is the part that's essential for photosynthesis. Question 7. Which of these is not a simple machine? Machine is simply any tool that can help us to do work easily. A, screw. B, engine. It's a simple machine. It's not a simple machine. P, pulley. And then D, lever. the option that is odd among this is the engine. Engine is a complex tool, so it's not. So the correct answer is B, engine. Question 8. Water boils at A, 100 degrees Celsius, 50 degrees Celsius, 120 degrees Celsius, 0 degrees Celsius. Water boils at 100 degrees Celsius, which is A. Correct answer, A. Question 9. What is the main source of energy for Earth? Where does the Earth itself get its energy from? A, moon? No. Electricity? No. Sun? And then D, fire. The correct answer is the sun. The sun is the source of energy for the Earth. Question 10. Which gas do we breathe in to stay alive? A, carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is a waste product, meaning we take it out of the body. It's not necessary. It's a poison to us. We mistakenly take it in. Oxygen, B. Nitrogen, C. Then D, hydrogen. The correct answer is B. We take in oxygen to stay alive. Question 11. Which of these conduct electricity? We have properties that can conduct electricity. A, plastic. Plastic will not. Wood will not. And then C, iron. Then D, rubber. The correct answer among these options is iron. Iron has the characteristics of conducting electricity, while the other options are not. They are called non-conductors of electricity. Question 12. The part of the body used for breathing is the dash, the liver. The liver does not take part in the breathing. Lungs, stomach, kidney. The correct answer is the lung. The lung is responsible for breathing in mammals. Liver is used to break down and store up sugar in the body. Stomach is used for digestion, while kidney is used for what? Excretion. Question 13. Which part of this material is transparent? Which of this material is transparent? When we say transparency, is the ability of light to pass through any object or matter. Paper, will light pass through a paper? No. Iron? No. But glass, yes, light can easily pass through the glass without hindrance. Then the other option, wood. The correct answer is C, glass. Question 14. What is used to measure rainfall? We have an instrument in the ecosystem used to measure rainfall. Rainfall being a factor, a non-living factor in the ecosystem. So we call them abiotic factor. So what is used to measure rainfall? A, thermometer. Rain gauge. B, C, hygrometer. Then D, barometer. The correct answer is rain gauge. Rain gauge. Thermometer, like we said above, is used for measuring temperature. Hygrometer is used to measure humidity. Then barometer is used to measure pressure. Question 15. What is the color of a healthy leaf? When you see a healthy plant, it's identified by a particular color. Red. Would the leaf be red? Blue. Then C, yellow. And green. And then D, green. The correct answer is green. A healthy plant, a normal plant will show green. Green will be greenish in color. Question 16. Which of the following is a reversible chain? When we say reversible chain, a chain that can be returned to its original state. So which of these is a reversible chain? A, when we cook rice, Is it possible for us to return rice to its normal uncooked state? No. Rice is not a reversible state. Then B, burning paper. By the time we set fire on paper, it turns to ashes. There is no way you can return that ash back to the white paper. C, melting ice. If you melt ice, is it possible for you to convert it back? We said it above that. We already said it before that. When you melt ice, you can bring it back to, when you melt ice, it turns to water. You can bring it back to ice, which is solid. By the time you condense, you try to reduce the temperature, probably by refrigeration. So the correct answer is C, melting. Melting. Question 17. A liquid takes the shape of liquid does not have its own shape. In fact, liquid cannot stand on its own, unlike solid. If you have a bunch of probably a ball now, a bunch of key, a bunch of anything, or a particular object, for instance, this thing shape the shape of a cylinder. But you cannot just do that for a liquid. Liquid does not have a shape of its own, except you put it inside a container. A, the container, of course, I said the answer. On the ground, does it take the shape of the ground? A square, does it take the shape of a balloon? No. A liquid will only take the shape of the container where you put it. For instance, if you put water, it will take the shape of the container. If you put it inside a square, it will take the shape of that square. So liquid only take the shape of the container you put it in. Question 18. Which of these preserves food? That is, of all these are preservatives. Which of them can preserve food? By burning. B, by cooking. C, by salting. And then D, by spilling. The best option for preservation of food is C, salting. When you apply salt, it is difficult for microorganisms to come to that food. Question 19. A magnet attracts dash. Magnet has the ability of attracting, an object to itself. But what are these things that will get attracted to a magnet? A, will a plastic do? B, wood. C, iron. And then D, glass. The only option here is what? Iron, because iron is a magnetic property. It has the magnetic ability to attract a magnet. So the good option there is C. Question 20 says, the gas released during photosynthesis is A, oxygen, B, carbon dioxide, C, nitrogen, then D, methane. The correct answer is oxygen. During photosynthesis, the plant has the ability to release oxygen, which the animal takes in, which we breathe in as animal. While in exchange, the animal releases carbon dioxide for plants to continue to manufacture starch through photosynthesis. Question 21. Water boils at A, 0 degree centigrade, B, 100 degrees centigrade, C, 50 degrees centigrade, then D, 10 degrees centigrade. The correct answer is B, 100 degrees centigrade. Question 22. Which of these is solid at room temperature? Which of the following is solid at room temperature, meaning at a normal temperature, which is about 27 degrees? Which of them will be solid? A, ice. B, petrol. C, oxygen. Then D, water. The only material or matter that will be solid at room temperature is ice. A. Correct answer is A, ice. Question 23. Which of these is a natural source of light? Natural, that is, nature produces this particular light, unlike artificial light that man made. A, bulb. B, torch. That is torchlight. C, candle. Then D, sun. Of course, the answer is sun. The sun is a natural source of light. Question 24 says, which part of the body helps in digestion? A, heart. The heart is useful for the pumping of the blood, so it's not. The stomach. C, brain. Then D, lung. The correct answer is the stomach, B. Stomach is a part of the animal that is responsible for the breaking down of food to the useful nutrient in the body. Question 25. Which of the following is not part of the solar system? A, Jupiter. B, Pluto. D, the moon. And then star. The correct answer is C, the moon. The moon. 26. Question 26. The function of a root is to, what does the root does to the plant? A, they make food. B, they absorb water. C, they release gas. And D, produce flower. What the root does to the plant is to absorb water. They absorb water from the water culture to the parts of the plant. So the correct answer is B. Question 27. Which of these animals is an amphibian? A, lizard. Lizard is a reptile. B, frog. C, fish. And then D, goats. The correct answer is B, frog. Fish is Pisces. Goats is mammal. So the correct answer is B, frog. 28. Question 28 says, animals that eat only plants are refers to as A, carnivores. B, omnivores. C, herbivores. Then D, insect. The correct answer is herbivores. Herbivores. Question 29. A lever is used to A, measure time. B, make noise. C, lift heavy objects. Then D, pump water. The correct answer is B, is C. The lever is used to lift heavy objects. Lift heavy objects, a machine. Question 30. What happens when metal is heated? Metal has the characteristic, when you heat it, it does this. A, it melts. It shortens. C, it breaks. Then D, it expands. The correct answer is D. Metal expands when it's heated. Question 31. Which of these is biodegradable? When we say biodegradable, ability of a substance or an organism to be able to break down into smaller particles. Ability of a material to be able to break down into, or ability of a material to decay. So, A, plastic. Plastic will not decay because it's not a living organism. Nylon will not decay. Banana peel, then bottle. The correct answer, which is a living thing here, is banana peel, which is biodegradable, meaning life, bacteria can act on it to cause decay. So C is the correct answer. Question 32. Which part of the body controls all other? That is the part of the body that can still control another part of the body. A, the brain. B, nose. C, hands. Then D, ears. The brain controls all other organs of the body. So the correct answer is A, the brain. Question 33. Which is not a state of matter? We have the three states of matter: solid, liquid, and gas. So which of them is not an option here? A, solid. B, water. C, gas. And then D, liquid. The odd among them is water. Water is not a state of matter. So the correct answer is B. Question 34. 4. The change from caterpillar to butterfly is called a transformation. You see, caterpillar, there are 3 states, from egg to larva, then to pupa, which is otherwise known as caterpillar. So it's called transformation, B, hibernation, C, metamorphosis, then D, evaporation. The correct answer is C, metamorphosis, change in state. It changes from what? From the egg to larva. In the case of butterfly, we call it caterpillar, and then to pupa. So the correct answer is metamorphosis. Question 35. Which organ pumps blood? Is it the lung? A, the stomach, the heart, and then the liver. The correct answer is the heart. The heart is responsible for pumping of the blood, circulating the blood all around the body. Question 36. What is the function of the brain? What does the brain do to the body? Breathing, B, digestion, C, thinking, D, sweating. The correct answer is what? C, which is thinking, because it's the memory of it's the memory site of the organism. Question 37. Which machine is used to lift load? A, fan. Does the fan lift load? B, pulley. C, screw. Then D, shovel. Shovel, of course, lifts load. The correct answer is D, shovel. Question 38. Which part of the plant absorbs water? The part of the plant responsible for absorption of water is the leaf, no? The roots, the flower, the stem. The correct answer is B. The B option is the roots. The root part of the plant is responsible for absorbing water from the soil to the body parts. Question 39. Instrument used to look at star is, we have an instrument to look at the position of star in the sky. It is called microscope, B, telescope, C, periscope, D, binocular. The correct answer is telescope. Telescope is used to look or to observe the structure of the star. Telescope. Question 40. Gas changing to liquid state is called the ability of gas to change from what? The liquid state. A gas changing to liquid state, that is gas change from gaseous state to liquid state, is called, what process is that? Boiling, no, freezing, then condensation, evaporation. The correct answer is condensation. Water condenses from vapor to liquid. So we call that process condensation. Next question is 41. What makes objects float in water? How does an object float in water? What is the reason for the object to float in water? Heat, size, light, D, density. The correct answer is the density. The density of an object determines the rate at which it flows in water. The density, which is the weight of an object. Question 42. The Earth's natural satellite is, what is that object that gives the Earth its light? A, Mars, B, Sun, C, Moon, then D, Jupiter. The correct answer is the Moon. The moon is the Earth's natural satellite. The correct answer is the moon. C. Question 43. Which of the following generates electricity? The options here generate electricity except one. Magnets, fan, C, generator, and then D, bulb. All other options are wrong except generator. Generator generates or produces electricity. So the correct answer is C, generator. Question 44. What is formed when light is blocked? When you block or you obstruct the entrance of light, what then is formed? A, mirror. Does the mirror form when you block the light? B, shadow. C, brightness. D, color. The correct answer is shadow. When a light is being obstructed, what do you then see is a shadow. So the correct answer is B, shadow. Question 45. Which of these is man-made? Which of these is man-made? That is, this is not natural but is made by man. A, comet. B, sun. Man doesn't make sun. C, artificial satellite. And then D, planet. Of course, when you hear artificial is man-made. The correct answer is C, artificial satellite. Question 46. Energy stored in food is called A, the energy reserved in food is called light energy. B, electrical energy. C, chemical energy. Then D, heat energy. The correct answer is C, chemical energy. These are energy stored in food, chemical energy. 47. Which organ helps us to see? As living thing, we have the organ responsible for sight, enable us to see very well. A is the nose, no. The eye, the skin, and D, the ear. The correct answer, which is eye. Eye is an organ in the body that enables us to see. Question 48. The skin help in what does the skin do to the body? Smelling. B, hearing. C, touching. Then D, speaking. Of course, the correct answer is touching, or we call it feeling. The skin helps us to feel by touching. The correct answer is C. Question 49. Which of these is a source of water? Where does water come from? What produces water from all these? Fire. A. B, well. C, air. And then D, stone. The correct answer is B, well. Well is a source of water. So, well is the correct answer. Question 50, which is the last but not the least for today. It says, which of these helps clean the environment? Among all these options, which of them helps to clean up the environment? A, jams. Jams don't clean up the environment. They rather make it polluted. They rather bring in microorganisms that pollute the environment, that cause harm to the environment. Refuse, the same thing, waste material are deposited here and there and they cause havoc. They don't clean the environment. Then we have scavengers. We have the smoke. Of course, the correct answer is C. Scavenger help us to take the dirt away from the environment. So by taking dirt out of the environment, they are helping us to clean up the environment. Thank you for today's class. If you have any question on today's class, please go to the comment section and drop your comment. Don't forget to share, like, and then subscribe so that we can get you updated on our latest video on this channel. Thank you.